So this next stage, if you do it really well, you will really understand or really get the contribution that you make as a HR professional within any business. You'd also be in a position where, you know what, you can see the team around you doing exactly what they need to be doing. You've got the right people in the right place at the right time. If you don't do this really well, you know, people will be confused about what they're here to do. The directors will be confused about who's doing what. There's no hierarchy in place, so people don't know who to go to for information. You won't actually know what contribution you're making to the business. You know, there's nothing in place where, you know, you can really, I suppose, demonstrate, you know, what is the point of you being within that business. What I'm talking about here is productivity. So the tool that's really going to help you with productivity is the Winning Results Roadmap. The first stage of this roadmap is really understanding what does the company want in terms of results. Really understanding the objectives of the business. What do they want to achieve by the end of the year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, so that you can really see like the contribution or where you can make the contribution in that business. You know, how much profit are they looking to make? What kind of client relationships do they want to have? And how can you really support them with that through the people? So that's the first stage. The second stage is remodel. So within any business, small, medium, large, it's always important to have a bit of a hierarchy system. You know, who do people report to, so that we can really clarify if there's an issue or if there is ever a need for, I don't know, a disciplinary or a dismissal. Everybody knows, or they're clear on who needs to do what and at what stage. So having a real clear organisation structure will really, you know, help clarify the roles and who needs to do what within the business. So the next stage of the process is to make sure that the roles are in place to support that hierarchy. So, you know, do we have job descriptions for each of those jobs within that organisation structure? A job description is really, really important, because then people are really clear on the expectations of what we want from them in terms of the day job. So they know what they need to do, but we also know exactly who's doing what, and there's less duplication. And actually, you know, we can really plan. Now, what I would say around that is that if we need to recruit, we're doing it in advance and we've got those things in place, and we can get that job replaced quickly, rather than having to think about what is the job, you know, getting a new job description set up. So really, really important to make sure that we have a job description for every single role within that organisational structure. And then the next stage really, so once we know what the results are that, you know, that are required of the business, we've got the organisation structure in place, so we've got a model of the organisation structure, and then we've got the roles in place around what's supporting that organisation structure. We need to have a think about actually what do we do to make sure that people are buzzing in their different areas of the business. There are different things that we can do to help with productivity. So the first thing that I'd think about in terms of really improving productivity is the physical environment that we have for our colleagues. Is there enough lighting? Is the heating right? So basic things like that. You know, we need to make sure that our staff are in a comfortable working environment. The next thing is really, so I just wanted to share with you, there was a study done in the 1920s or 1930s called the Hawthorne effect. So the study was done where it looked at whether physical or negative impacts to the environment really affected productivity. And what they found was that the fact that things improved regardless of what the physical environment was, whether there was negative or positive aspects to that environment, things improved because the employers simply cared about the fact that employees were happier or unhappy. So offering flexible working, you know, checking in with your colleagues, like how happy are they? Are they happy with the environment? Are they happy with the way things are working? Or is there anything that they want us to improve within our environment? Encouraging your team to, you know, eat well, drink well, you know, making sure they have the right fuel to ensure that they maintain their productivity levels. Providing your team with the tools to do their job, so the equipment they need, whether that's, you know, technology, whether that's safety equipment, you know, it's making sure that they have all the things that they need to do their job. So that was really the stress-free legal system to really help you with improving productivity within your business.